suddenly tense like a little sheep, followed by asking, "How did Tom get so rich all of a sudden? Did he find money on the street?" Tom chuckled that he won the lottery. His aunt passed away last month. Mackie was about to get up to leave, but Tom, being the good guy he is, pulled him back. The house he rented was so big, staying in the hotel would be silly. Mackie immediately jumped in, saying he could cancel the hotel reservation. Tom inhaled deeply, wishing he could slap himself, but the words had already escaped. He slammed the door in his own room. In Tom's room, he was casually chatting behind her, mentally plotting to push her aside, yet they eventually decided to head back to the study to continue their conversation. Mackie accidentally spotted an invite on the desk, realizing the nobles in Venice wanted Tom to spill the tea on New York's Playboys. Mackie thought this was a golden chance for sunshine networking. Who knows, maybe he'd bump into an Italian publisher waiting to sign him. He kept begging Tom to take him, and Tom reluctantly agreed. At the party, Tom listened to all kinds of teasing, feeling like the clown of the night. Even someone joked around, teasing him about faking his identity and impersonating Archie. Tom felt a shiver run down his spine, thinking to himself, if this conversation continues, he might find himself under arrest. So he hurried to find Mackie, wanting to leave, but Mackie was having a blast chatting. Tom, however, insisted on leaving, creating an awkward scene. Mackie had no choice but to sulk and follow. On the way home, Mackie said he wanted to take a gondola back, just as Tom was too tired and ready for rest. He rented a boat and sailed down the river, thinking about finding someone to talk to, but would Mackie dare to sit down? The gentle rocking of the boat made Tom feel queasy, and Mackie had already dozed off. When they finally got home, Tom realized he forgot the back door key. Mackie forced a smile, while Tom had to play Spider-Man and climb the wall to unlock the door. The key tipsy swayed gently like seaweed by the shore. Meanwhile, Tom snuck to the front, finally grabbing the key to unlock the back door. At that very moment, having witnessed this scene, he couldn't help but ponder in his heart about pushing this thorny trouble far away to finally resolve it. What an incredibly annoying hassle this was. I see the very next day. Tom was jolted awake by urgent knocking. He grabbed his robe and went downstairs. The mailman brought a telegram. "Uncle's here." He was asked to meet at the hotel this morning, which made Tom a bit anxious, but he had to cross this hurdle. The meeting point was Tom's house, and Tom discovered a telegram stating Uncle was waiting for him. The old man didn't seem too upset. After all, the police hadn't found the body yet. What a calm guy. Tom took a glass and sat on the sofa. Uncle stared out the window and slowly said, "Archie is missing, and here you are doing nada." This outcome was a bit strange, and Tom felt like a headless chicken, wondering what new intel Uncle got from the cops. The woman from the night of the incident and the dog-walking man felt like a thorn in his throat. Uncle suddenly asked Tom if he really didn't know where Archie was. Tom hesitated and then confidently replied that he truly had no clue. Uncle told Tom to head home first, as he was waiting for an important guest and would get back to him later. Tom sighed in relief, but when he was ready to head back, Mackie discovered her bust. She walked into Tom's bedroom looking for a needle and thread. Archie's box lay under the bed. Mackie grabbed the sewing kit on the table and opened it, and to her shock, Archie's emerald ring was quietly nestled inside. An ominous feeling washed over her, and she rushed into the living room to find Tom pouring him. She held up the ring and asked, "What's going on here?" Tom grabbed the ashtray and, walking towards Mackie, said, "Last month in Sicily, Archie wanted to visit North Africa for wildlife, but security was poor. She worried about theft, so kept everything." Tom breathed a sigh of relief, wearing a relieved expression on his face, thinking everything was still safe and sound. But the crisis wasn't over. Mackie spilled the beans to old Green about the ring, who told Tom to head back to the hotel. The private detective he hired had arrived, wanting to chat with Tom alone. The first thing he asked in the room was quite sharp. He asked Tom, "Where did the money for the rent come from? Think carefully before answering. Don't treat me like some silly girl like Mackie." Tom stared at the detective. He had already prepared his answer on the way there and began recounting the legendary tale. He started with the first time he saw Archie on the beach, detailing everything until she confessed her love on the boat, and he turned her down. This deeply hurt Archie. After hearing the tale, the detective told Old Green Archie found the North Africa ferry while washing her face. Since then, no one had seen her, which meant her last moments must have been trapped there. Old Green seemed to understand, as the detective hinted that his son had taken his life. The black detective followed up, pulling out a letter Tom had sent to the landlady and asked Tom if he could read it. Tom unfolded the letter, carefully read its contents, and began reciting, "Dear landlady, I have made up my mind to cease renting that apartment." The letter mentioned the clothes, books, and art supplies that are left in the room, and you'll definitely have no hesitation in tossing this out. I don't know where I'm heading, to be honest. I feel completely lost, at a loss as to what to do. Old Green was skeptical about this and thought his son might just want to dodge the ensuing trouble. Before heading back to New York, he handed Tom the ring, grateful for all the young man had done for his son. If Archie comes back one day, don't forget to return this ring. Mackie also planned to go back to New York, but he felt a bit chicken. He thought he wanted to tell Tom his son couldn't have died, but on his way back to New York, an ad caught his eye. He finally achieved his dream of becoming a writer. Tom embraced him first, and after Mackie left, he stepped out of the train station to meet a local writer. The writer helped him get an English passport. Tom gave himself a cool name, Moriah. He went to American Express with this new passport and received a painting sent from Rome that he hung in the palace, the real deal of Picasso. A few days later, Tom gazed at that painting every day, genuinely falling in love with art. 6 months flew by, and one morning, Detective Peter received Mackie's new book, with Archie's photo on the cover, leaving him in shock.